Is there such a thing as a startup grant? Free money for your business? Well, think about it. When you start a business, what do you need? You need money, you need sales, but you need what else? Well, let's find out. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde. Welcome. Please subscribe to the #1 community for real estate, income, grants, and credit. So we're going to be looking at some of the best startup grants. So these are grants that actually have no application fees, no gimmicks, and no hang-ups. And these are part of the grants that are featured in our Grant Starter Pack, which is actually a list of over 100 best grants that we've actually found for startups that we've compiled and included in our Grant Starter Pack. So if you'd like to learn how to actually apply for grants for your startup, and you're specifically starting out a business, and your startup, you don't know actually where to go and how to start applying for grants, our Grant Starter Pack is actually a great resource that you can actually use in order to start applying for grants for your startup. So the first startup grant that we're going to be looking at out of our top best 100 is the Awesome Foundation $1,000 monthly grant. Now, one of the reasons why I like the Awesome Foundation grant so much is that it's actually an open grant, and it's an easy grant to apply for, and it's a monthly grant. So this is actually open to all entrepreneurs, all startups from all around the world and all around the country, because they actually give the grants based on sectors. They actually have chapters as a part of the Awesome Foundation organization, and they give out $1,000 grants for each chapter. Now the great thing about this is that you're not restricted on applying for this. So if you apply for this in one chapter, for example, 1 month, you can actually go to another chapter in another part of the world and apply for that the next month. They don't actually restrict that. To date, they've given out over $6.3 million in grants. They have 85 chapters, and they cover over 11 countries. Now, the great thing about this grant is that you simply need to actually just pitch a good idea. There's no other criteria. You don't need to be actually registered in a specific area. You don't have to actually have your EIN submitted, none of that. You just need to actually submit your idea, and if it's a great and cool idea, you can actually win the grant. $1,000 monthly, very easy, cut and dry, straightforward. You can actually apply for it. This is actually one of the simplest and easiest startup grants to actually apply for your business, and is one that everyone should be applying for. And you can actually apply for it consistently. You don't actually have to be restricted. As I shared, they actually have over 85 chapters, and you can actually apply for grants for each chapter. So in applying for this $1,000 monthly grant, it's open worldwide. So you simply go to the application page, choose the chapter you're going to be applying for in the drop down, and then start the process. And within actual minutes, you can actually apply for this $1,000 grant. Now, as I've been sharing here on my channel, you can actually use AI to apply for grants that actually have short application forms like this, or long ones. It doesn't matter. We actually share more in our AI grants guide, where we show you actually how to use AI in your business to apply for grants and also grow sales for your business. For this particular grant, you can actually use AI such as WriteSonic in order to apply for this $1,000 monthly grant. And it's very simple. You're just going to include your awesome project title. You're going to share what your awesome project is all about and what your intended use of the money is for, and then you can actually submit for this $1,000 monthly grant. So if you'd like to apply for this, you can simply go to the Awesome Foundation's website at awesomefoundation.org. Now, this is actually just one of the foundations that we actually have in our resource area that actually give out grants on a monthly basis and actually are pro-business. So there are foundations that actually focus on for-profit businesses, and they give out grants to for-profit businesses. You just need to know where they are in the country and where they are in proximity to where you are, because some are not restricted to your specific area. However, some are. So you just need to know that, but that's why we actually have our resource area available to be able to help you disseminate and understand where the grants are and actually get grants on a monthly basis. The second best startup grant out of our top 100 is the Nextdoor Foundation's Keep It Local Business Fund. So this is actually a $5,000 micro grant that the Nextdoor Foundation and the NAACP has come together to sponsor and give to for-profit businesses. Now, why I like this grant is that, similar to the Awesome Foundation's grant, it's simple to apply for, but it's also recurring. So it actually has a timing effect that gives entrepreneurs the ability to apply for this $5,000 micro grant. So for example, they actually opened in July, but they're closing on September 4th for their next round. Now, this is actually excellent news because you have a source in this grant in order to know that even if you miss the deadline or even if you actually don't apply in this round, they will open up again and they are actually a resource for you to go and get $5,000 from. So this is actually what I'm talking about in making startup easy and making startup grants easy for businesses. We're sharing this in our Grant Starter Pack to be able to help you understand how to actually start this. When you first start in grants, you don't know where you're going and you're coming. I didn't when I started in 2007, but it actually was an eye-opener for me to understand that this is actually revenue that I can get from my business that I don't have to pay back. It's not a loan. It's free money that I can actually use for my business to grow my business. So this is actually an excellent opportunity. If you understand how to use startup grants and how to get access to them, it can be a game changer for your business, specifically if you're trying to break ground in your business and trying to actually get market share and try to get your way into business. Anyone who's been in business, they know when you first start in and you're actually the new kid on the block, you actually need to break into the industry, right? You need to actually get revenues coming in. You need to actually take market share. There are people who are competing. Most businesses actually have a lot of competition. So how do you actually differentiate yourself from your competition? Not only through your marketing, but also having the capital in order to sustain your business. And that's why grants are so important. So as a part of the $5,000 micro grant, you not only will get participation with other grant winners, but you're also going to get recognition in addition to the financial grant. They also have a next door recession playbook, which you're going to get access to. And in addition to that, they actually want to use your story and select marketing materials that they're going to be putting out. Now, in addition to that, they actually have a follow-up process. Now, many times with some grants, they actually have an ROS, or what is called a review of spend. So for this particular grant, they actually have intervals, 3 intervals, where they actually want to report on your success in 3 months, 6 months, as well as 1 year. So there's a follow-up process where they want to stay in touch with you to see what you're doing with the money and how you're actually succeeding with the $5,000 grant and also the other resources that they're giving you for the counseling, the playbook, etc. So for this particular $5,000 micro grant, they're actually using Hello Alice to administer the grant. If you'd like to get more information and apply for this startup grant for your business, you can actually go directly to their website at about.nextdoor.com. So there are over 100 of these startup grants. My top 100 is a growing list. So in our Grant Starter Pack, we have over 130 grants that you can actually use for your startup. So if you'd like to get access to our Grant Starter Pack, you can actually go directly to my website at AskRinde.com, click on Join, and get started today. This is actually going to be a game changer. You're going to actually see grants on there that you can actually easily apply for within minutes, and some even quicker for your business. You have no excuse in actually using grants to be able to grow your business. You don't need to struggle just in sales. You can actually add grants in another component in order to help you bring in more revenue. If it's money that you don't have to pay back and it's free, you should actually use that for your business. Be strategic about how you're actually growing your business. Don't just struggle. Use the resources that's available and tap into sources such as we are in order to learn how to get access to more capital and also resources for your business. Business is not a straight line. There's peaks and there's valleys, and you need to know how to pivot in your business. You need to learn how to sell yourself. You need to learn how to get grants and resources coming into your business, because some cases you may be doing well in a season and in other seasons you actually may have famine. So you need to know how to pivot in your business, how to get access to resources, capital, and grants for your business. And we can actually help you do that by getting our Grant Starter Pack. So make sure you get our Grant Starter Pack by going to my website at AskRinde.com. So if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me anytime. My email address is AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.